Hello everyone. For this video, I will be tackling about basic concepts and Euclidean geometry. When we say basic concepts and Euclidean geometry, parang ito lang yung geometry nung nag-aaral kayo ng junior high school ninyo from grade 7 to grade 10. So for this video, parang nagre-review lang tayo ng geometry. So for example, we have, sinabi dito, a point is symbolized by drawing a dot. A line is determined by two distinct points and extend indefinitely in both directions as the arrow on the line at the right indicate. This line contains point AB and is represented by line AB. A line can also be represented by a single letter such as L. So dito sa term natin, sa basic concepts of Euclidean geometry, actually meron tayong tatlo. So pwede tayong we have a point, meron tayong line, itatlo ko na, and we have a plane. Okay? So anong Tagalog ng point? So we have tuldok. So as you can see, when we say point, tuldok lang siya. So yung red din lang yan na maliit, yan is an example of a point. Okay, so a point is an exact location. So walang width, walang kapal, walang thickness, and no length. When we say length, walang haba. Exact location lang siya. Now, how do you draw line? Okay, pwedeng vertical, pwedeng horizontal, pwedeng slanting line. Okay? Now, when we say line, dapat meron daw tayong arrow in both sides. Okay? So, that is a line. So, meron tayong length. It has a length. It has a length, pero wala siyang width pa rin. Okay? And last, we have a plane. Okay. Now, what do you call a three-sided polygon? That is a triangle. Correct. How about a four-sided? Ayan. So, yung ibang estudyante o baka katulad ka rin nila na sasabihin nila, Sir Square, Sir Rectangle, Sir Trapezoid, Trapezio. That is the special, not special, the different kinds of a four-sided polygon. Pero anong tawag sa mga polygon na iyon? That is a quadrilateral. Okay, quadrilateral. How about five-sided plane or polygon? We have pentagon, six-sided, hexagon, seven-sided, heptagon, eight-sided, nonagon, nine-sided polygon, nonagon, and we have 10-sided polygon. That is decagon. So dapat itong mga polygons natin or plane, dapat memorize nyo na since nung kinder or even nung kinder pa lang, ay, nung elementary or nung kinder pa yan, diniscuss sa inyo. Now, example ng point in real life. So, for example ng point in real life, we have star in the sky. So kapag titingin kayo ng between sa langit, of course, kapag gabi, ay parang lang siyang tuldok. So that is an example of a point. How about sa line, linya? For example, we have electrical wire. Okay. So kapag we have an electrical wire, that is an example of a line. And of course, pag plane naman, kunyari, we have whiteboard. Ano yung kadalasan na shape ng whiteboard? That is, okay, we have a rectangular whiteboard. So that is a point, a line, and a plane. Okay. There are three types of a line. So meron tayong line. Ayan, ito yung first natin. We have a line. Number 2, we have a segment. And number 3, we have a ray. So anong pagkakaiba ng tatlong lines natin? Napunta tayo sa line segment. Okay. Let me erase yung writings ko. Now, dito sa segment, as you can see, ayan. Ang tawag dyan sa dalawang yan ay end points. Self-explanatory na end, meaning nasa dulo, point, tuldok. So as you can see, meron itong it is a finite length. When we say finite length, meron itong um, pwede natin ma-compute yung kanyang haba. Okay? So, may hangganan yung haba niya. Now, dito naman tayo sa ray. Ano napapansin nyo sa ray natin, sa pinagkaiba niya sa line segment? Now, sa ray naman natin, iisa lang yung endpoint niya. Sir, may point naman dito. You need two letters para makapagsulat ng isang lines. Kaya kailangan ng dalawang letter. Hindi na to tinatawag na endpoint kasi hindi naman nagtapos dito yung ray natin. Ibig sabihin lang niyan na itong point A nagsimula tapos hanggang infinite na yan. Walang katapusan. So hindi natin kayang computein yung haba niya. Okay, walang number I should say. Okay, that is a ray. So ang kanyang notation parang AB tapos may arrow sa taas. Dito naman sa segment we have AB, may line na walang arrow. And of course, yung line natin, so we have line AB, no, napapansin nyo naman. Okay, wala na tayong end points. Kasi yung isang part, yung sa kaliwa, arrow na, sa kabilang part, arrow na rin. So, infinite din yung line AB natin. Of course, don't forget yung notation natin on how to write it. AB, arrow, arrow. Okay, that is the three types of a line. Okay, for example, ayan, we assume everyone is familiar with the notion of the length of a line segment and how it can be measured in inches. For example, yan, meron tayong line ABC or line AC. Anong type of line yan? We have segment. Okay? AC. Yan yung kabuuang line natin dito. So kapag itong part na ito at itong part na ito yung kabuuang part ng AC natin. So para, burahin ko to para hindi lang kayo malito. So ibig sabihin lang yan na itong 1, AB, line segment AB, plus 2, line segment BC. So kapag inad natin yung dalawang line segment na yan, parehas siya dun sa haba ng pangatlo. So that is line segment AC. Yan yung length niya, yung haba ng AC. Now, punta tayo sa line congruency. When we say congruency in Tagalog, magkaparehas yung line natin. So napapansin nyo dito, may mga marks. Okay. It denotes na yung linya natin ay magkaparehas. So itong line AB natin, line segment I should say, AB is equal to CD. Okay? Kasi iisa lang yung strokes niya. Next, we have EF is equal, line segment EF is equal to GH. Since dalawa yung stroke niya. Hindi parehas ang CD is not equal to EF kasi mapapansin ninyo na magkaiba naman yung kanilang mga strokes. Okay? So kapag may nakita kayong strokes sa exam ninyo or quiz activities, it denotes congruency or magkaparehas. For example, find x if AB is equal to CD. Okay. Ang haba daw ng AB ay 4x minus 6, while ang haba ng CD ay x. Hahanapin lang natin ay x. So, ang unknown natin ay just x. Okay. Since sinabi na dito that AB is equal to CD. Ano ang given natin ulit for AB? We have 4x minus 6. Equals, kasi equals na dito. Ano yung CD naman? X. Okay? Now, lahat ng may variable, when I say variable letters, lahat ng may variable sa kaliwa at lahat ng walang letters or variable sa kanan. Now, itong negative 6, ipupunta natin sa kanan kasi wala naman siyang x. Itong x naman, ipupunta naman natin sa kaliwa kasi variable siya. Now, kapag lumipat ang isang term at nalampasan niya yung equal sign, mag-iiba yung kanyang sign. So for x, since positive ito, itong part na ito, ayan, magiging negative. Okay, minus x is equal to, since negative 6 yan, magiging positive 6. Now, 4x minus x, so 4 minus 1 is just 3x is equal to 6. Hindi pa tayo tapos dyan kasi meron katabing number yung x. So, paano natin tatanggal yung 3? We need to divide it. Okay, divided by 3, divided by 3. X now is equal to 6 divided by 3 is just 2. So, tapos na tayo sa example number 1. Since ang unknown lang naman natin ay x. Next, we say that B is the midpoint of AC and if B is a point on AC and AB is equal to BC. Okay. Now, bago nyo tignan itong figure na natin sa baba, ibig sabihin lang yan, for example, meron kang line segment na AC. Now, when we say midpoint, that is just a middle point. Yung anong Tagalog ng middle? Gitna. So yung gitna ng line segment natin, yun yung point B, saan daw nakalocate yung point B natin. Now, ibig sabihin lang yan that this part, AB, is now equal to AC. Kasi hinati naman natin, AC, sorry, it's BC. Kasi hinati natin yung line segment natin into two equal parts. So kung ang length o yung haba ng AB natin ay 3, of course, dapat 3 din yung haba ng BC since yung B natin ay midpoint. Next. Example number 2, find x and AC if B is the midpoint of AC and AB is equal to 5 times x minus 3 and BC is equal to 9 minus x. So, since walang nakalagay na illustration, isa-isahin natin. Ayan. Find x and AC. So, meron tayong AC. So, we have point A dito and line segment C. Okay. And yung B daw natin ay midpoint. So, nasa gitna dapat yung B natin. Okay. Midpoint of AC. If AB is equal to 5x minus 3, 5 times x minus 3, and BC is 9 minus x. Okay, so ganun lang yung pag-illustrate kapag wala kayong figure. Okay. Now, dalawa ang unknown natin. Unknown is x at and a line segment AC. Okay. Since midpoint ang ating given, so we have 5 times x minus 3 is equal to 9 minus x. First step, we need to distribute the 5. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15 is equal to 9 minus x. Since wala naman tayong ginalaw dun sa kanan. Okay, ulitin ko ulit. Lahat ng x sa kaliwa. Lahat ng walang x sa kanan. So, itong part na ito, ilipat natin. Tapos itong part na ito, ilipat natin. So, I'm sorry, hindi pa yung 9. So, itong 9 minus x, ilipat natin sa kabila. So, we have 5x minus x or plus x. We have plus x, very good, is equal to 9 plus 15. Ulitin ko, mag-iiba yung sign kapag nilipat natin at nadaanan niya yung equal sign. So, 5 plus 1 is 6x is equal to 9 plus 15. So, we have 24. Since may 6 pa tayo dyan, divided by 6. Okay? So, x now is 4. Okay? Since x is 4, isa yan sa mga unknown natin. Eh, wala pa tayong AC. Okay. Itong buong itong part na ito. So, paano natin hahanapin? Now, punta muna tayo dito sa pinakamaliit, which is, yung pinakamadali, which is 9 minus x. So, if BC is equal to 9 minus x, ano yung value ng x natin? 4. Okay, substitute nyo lang, 9 minus 4, we have 5. Okay, 5 units. Kung ang haba ng BC ay 5, ano ang haba ng AB? It is also 5. Now, ang tanong, ano ang haba ng AC? It is 10 units. Kaya nakuha yung 10 units kasi 5 plus 5 is equal to 10 units. So, tapos na tayo sa example number 2. Next, find AB if B is the midpoint of AC. Okay. Ayan. Papansinin nyo na meron tayong x squared. So, medyo complicated. Yan. Pero tutulungan ko kayo, of course. So, we have x squared minus 6 is equal to 5x. Since meron tayong ano dyan, parang may exponent na 2, so hindi tayo gagamit nung katulad sa kanila na lahat ng x sa kaliwa, lahat ng walang x sa kanan. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng madaling solution kung paano kunin yung value ng x niya. Lahat ng values natin, lahat ng nasa kanan, I should say, ilalagay nyo sa kaliwa. So, we have x squared minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay? So, yan na yung magiging function natin or equation I should say. Now, napag-aralan ninyo nung grade 8 ninyo yung quadratic formula. Okay? Quadratic formula. So, ang quadratic formula natin ay meron tayong x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of 4ac. I'm sorry, it should be b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So, kailangan natin kunin yung a, b, and c. So, a is equal to 1 kasi kapag wala kayong nakikitang value dyan, that is equal to 1. b is negative 5 and c is equal to negative 6. Okay, i-substitute nyo lang siya sa quadratic formula natin. X is equal to negative, ano yung b natin? Negative 5. Don't forget yung another negative dito hindi porket may negative na yung b natin, hindi nyo na isusulat. Plus, minus, square root of negative 5 square minus 4. What is a? 1. C is negative 6 all over 2 times 1. Okay. Negative times negative is positive 5. Plus minus, what is negative 5 square sa calculator ninyo? Don't forget the parentheses. 25. Okay. Negative 4 times 1, it's negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 6 is positive 24. So we have a positive 24 all over 2 times 1 is just 2. So x now here is 5 plus minus 25 plus 24 is 49 all over 2. Okay. Since ang square root ng 49 ay 7 plus over 2. Actually, dito sa part na ito, meron tayong dalawang solution. So, meron tayong x sub 1 is equal to 5 plus 7 all over 2 at x sub 2 is equal to 5 minus 7 all over 2. Okay, 5 plus 7 all over 2 muna tayo. 5 plus 7 is 12 divided by 2 is 6. 5 minus 7, negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. So, ano yung kukunin nyo diyang sagot? I-substitute nyo itong value natin, itong 6 at 1, negative 1, dito sa, ano ba hinanap? Yung A, B. Okay, hindi pala sa B, C. So, BC is equal to, yung x sub 1 muna ito, x sub 1 is equal to 6. So, we have 6 square minus 6. 6 square is 36. Minus 6 is 30. That is just x sub 1. Yung x sub 2 natin is negative 1. So, x sub 2 natin, we have b, c is equal to negative 1 square minus 6. Negative 1 square is 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Since wala tayong negative 5 na units or measurements, sige, hanapin nyo nga yung, I'm sorry, hanapin nyo nga yung, wait lang, i-keep ko lang to, that is keep. Ayan. Sige, hanapin nyo ngayon negative 5 dun sa ruler ninyo. So, walang negative na answer. So, ang tamang sagot natin ay B, C. I'm sorry, it's not B, C pala. It's A, C. So, hindi ko na siya madidelete. So, ano ko na lang, that is A, C. Ito ay A, C. A, B. Not AC, AB. So, ang AB natin ay 30 units. Okay? So, yan yung example number 3 natin. Next. Now, another term, 3 points are collinear if they lie in the same line. Okay. When we say collinear, dapat they are on the same line. Okay? So, nandoon mismo yung mga points natin. For example, dito sa figure 5, sabi dito, A, B, and C are collinear. Kasi, isang line lang naman yung meron sa point A, point B, at saka point C. Hindi porket sinabing collinear, midpoint na kagad yung B natin. So, as you can see dito, ang haba niya ay 5, dito ay 3. So, mas mahaba yung AB kaysa sa BC. So, ulitin ko, pag collinear, hindi necessarily yung nasa gitna na tuldok ay midpoint. Doon naman tayo sa figure 6. A, B, C are not collinear. Sir, bakit hindi collinear? Okay, dito mo kayo mag-focus sa line AB. Nasaan yung point C? Sir, nandun sa kabila. Now, meron bang line na nakapag-connect dito sa green natin na line? Wala. Okay, so as you can see, medyo malayo. So, they are not collinear. Okay, so yun lang yung ibig sabihin ng collinear. For example, if A, B, C are collinear and AC is equal to 7, find X. Okay. Ito ay hindi midpoint. Okay? Sinabi lang dito na collinear. Iisang linya lang. So, ang gagawin nyo ngayon ay we have AB plus BC, itong AB natin, plus BC is equal to AC. Yung ginawa natin nung pinakauna kanina, yung length, yung haba. Okay, so line segment AB plus BC is equal to AC. Let me erase this. Now, ang AB natin is 8 minus 2x plus ang BC natin ay x plus 1. Ano ang given natin sa AC? Meron dun sa example. Tingnan nyo. Ay 7. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang niya na itong buong to ay 7 units. So, ganun ulit, lahat ng may x sa kaliwa, lahat ng wala sa kanan. So, itong 8 and 1, ilalagay natin sa kanan. So, negative 2x plus x is equal to 7. Positive yung 8, magiging negative. Positive yung 1, magiging negative. Okay, negative 2 plus 1, use your calculator. We have negative 1x or negative x is equal to 7 minus 8, negative 1. Minus 1, it's negative 2. Since may negative pa dito, we need to divide both sides by -1. Kung anong ginawa niyo sa kabila, gawin niyo sa kanan. Cancel, cancel. X now is -2 divided by -1 on your calculator is -2. So, yan na yung final answer natin since ang hinahanap lang ay value ng x. Okay, another term. Okay, a plane is a flat surface. Nandito sa part na to, ito, yan. A plane is a flat surface. Na-explain ko na yan nung unang or pangalawang slide ko, yung point line in A and a plane. Okay? So, dito tayo sa figure na ito. Now, napag-aralan nyo na to ng elementary na kapag nagkasalubong yung dalawang linya natin that is called an intersecting line. So L1 and L2 or line 1 and line 2 are intersecting lines. Okay, that is intersecting lines. Of course, kapag may intersecting lines tayo, meron tayong parallel lines. Parallel lines never intersect. So we have L1 is parallel to L2. Ito yung symbol natin na ginagamit kapag may parallel lines tayo. Or di kaya, AB, line AB is parallel to line CD. Don't forget the arrows above dun sa letters natin. That is parallel line. Next, how about if we have this, angles? Okay, hindi yan angels, angles. An angle is a form formed by two rays with a common endpoint. Ano ibig sabihin ulit ng ray? Yung ray, ganyan. Isa lang yung endpoint niya. As you can see dito, isang ray ito at isang ray din ito. Meron silang parehas na endpoint. That is called, itong buong to, wait lang, let me erase that. Itong buong to is an example of an angle. Okay? Now, since they have common endpoint, ang tawag natin sa common endpoint na yan ay vertex. Okay? Ayun na yung part na yun, vertex. Okay. So, we have ray AC, meron din tayong ray AB, and yung vertex natin is A. Okay? So, yan. Now, paano nga ba magsulat ng isang angle? So, pwede kayong magsulat ng angle BAC. Okay? BAC or pwede rin ang angle CAB. CAB. Okay, baka isipin niyo, Sir, pwede ba ang angle ABC? Tingnan natin. Magsisimula kayo sa A, pupunta kayo sa B, pupunta kayo sa C. Now, yan ba yung angle natin sa illustration? Hindi. So, angle ABC is not the proper right or angle dito sa ating illustration. Now, as you can see, iisang angle lang naman yan. Kapag iisang angle, pwede rin kayong gumamit ng vertex lang. Okay, angle A. Okay, basta tandaan ninyo na ang gitna natin ay vertex. Okay, so ayan. So hindi kinakailangan na sir, may dalawang angle tayo dyan. Itong part na ito at itong part na ito. Sir, pwede ko ba yan sabihin na angle A and angle A? Actually, mali. So, let me share with you. So, itong red part na ito is actually angle BAC or angle CAD. Okay? Huwag niyong baliktarin na ADC or CDA. Dapat yung gitna natin ay vertex. At itong green naman natin, yan, itong may yan, part na yan, it's angle CAB or angle BAC. Okay? So, yan yung ating formula. Angle. So, how do we measure angle using a protractor? So, meron tayong angle CAB dito or angle A na lang since isa lang naman yung angle natin. Mapapansin niyo dito sa part na ito, 0, papunta siya sa 180. Yan yung blue natin na line. Now, itong part naman na ito, ayan, makikita ninyo na may 0 dito, ay may papunta rin sa 180. Baka malito kayo kung anong gagamitin. Now, punta tayo sa angle natin. We have CAB. Now, anong zero, anong part ng protractor ang may zero? So, itong part na ito, papunta siya sa, ayan, 50. Napapansin ninyo? 50. So, ang angle CAB natin ay 50 degrees. How about this? Nasagutan na sa baba. Okay, we have angle A pa rin. Angle A is equal to, since dito yung 0 natin, papunta siya sa, ayan, we have 130 degrees. Don't forget yung degrees natin. So the measure of angle A is 130 degrees. So that's how you use a protractor measuring an angle. Okay, when we say equal angle, oh, nandun na mismo, equal angle, they have an equal measurement. So dito, angle A is equal to angle B kasi may strokes din yung angle natin. I think for example na to, ay, hindi pa. Another term, we have angle bisector. When we say angle bisector, kung sa line, anong tawag ulit sa, kunyari, may line segment ka, tapos nasa gitna yung point natin. So nahati itong, kung 3 units ito, 3 units din yan. So anong tawag dito? Sa gitna natin, we have a midpoint. Okay? Now, ang tawag naman kapag nahati yung angle natin ay angle bisector. Okay? When we see angle bisector, it is a type of ray. Okay? Hindi siya angle. A type of ray. So for example here, we have ray AC is an angle bisector. Okay? So hinati niya, i-erase ko yan. Hinati niya yung line natin ng angle CAB or BAC, parehas lang yun, and DAC or CAD ng magkaparehas na angle. I think may form, ayan. Find x if AC bisects BAD and the measure of BAD is 70 degrees. So, meron tayong BAD. So, for example, since 70 degrees, lakihan natin. Ayan. So, BAD. And meron tayong angle bisector sa gitna. Okay? Na AC. Okay. Kung ang kabuuan, itong blue, okay, blue ay 70 degrees, find yung x natin. So, wala na sa yung x. For example, ito na lang, x. Okay. Ang x natin dito ay angle CAD. Okay? Para kunin yun, since nahati sa dalawa, you just need to divide 70 into, bakit may degree sa baba? 2. Okay? Since nahati siya sa dalawa. So, anong kalahati ng 70? Meron tayong 35 degrees. So, the measurement of CAD is 35 degrees. Okay? For example, yan yung X natin. Okay? Kung 35 degrees yan, ano yung measurement ng BAC? It is also 35 degrees. Next, find X if AC bisects BAD. Ayan, meron na tayong illustration. Ayan, medyo nakakalito. Now, since they are equal, itong part na ito at itong part na ito, parehas lang. So, we have 3x plus 5 is equal to 7 half x. Okay. Baka malito kayo, lahat ng x sa kaliwa. Okay. So, ito, ikakalagay natin dyan. At itong positive 5, ililipat din natin. So we have 3x, bakit green na, blue lang. So we have 3x minus x, minus na kasi lumipat, is equal to, bakit minus x? Minus 7/2 x, or I think that is 3.5. Oh, tama, 3.5 is equal to -5. Oh, on your calculator, what is 3 minus 7/2? It should be -1/2 x is equal to -5. Or kung gusto mo nyo yun ng decimal point, meron tayong -0.5 x is equal to -5. Okay? Paano natin matanggal yung katabi ng x? Divide both sides by -0.5. -0.5. Makakancel na yung 0.5 natin, and dito sa part na ito, makakancel na rin niya kasi negative times negative is positive. So what is the value of x? I-calculator nyo yan. Hindi yan 2.5. It is 10. Okay? Ang x natin ay 10. Ay, hindi yan yung unknown. Ang unknown natin, find x. Ay, tama. Find x. So, yan na yung sagot natin. Okay? X is equal to 10. Okay. Marami tayong klaseng uri ng, we have different types of angles din lang. Kanina sa line, meron tayong line, segment, at ray. Sa angles, meron din tayong different types of angles na natutunan ninyo nung elementary kayo. When we say acute angle, ito yung acute angle. Okay, that is acute. From 0 to 99. I'm sorry, 0 to 90. Hindi siya pwedeng bumawas, hindi siya pwedeng dumagdag. Now, we have right angle. When we say right angle, ayan, parang pa letter L, tapos nasa gitna yung kanyang angle. So, yung angle natin ay parang box. That is a right angle, 90 degrees. Next, obtuse angle between 90 to 180. Mag-example ako ng obtuse, ganyan. This is called obtuse. Mamaya may illustration din tayo. Sorry kung pangit yung aking drawing. We have straight angle o straight na. So, meron tayong ganyan na angle. This is 180 degrees. That is straight. And last, we have reflex angle greater than 180. For example, ng reflex angle, ayan, itong part na ito. Ayan. So, that is reflex angle. Sa mas magandang illustration, meron tayo dito. Ayan. So, we have acute, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, and reflex angle. Ang nababago lang, ang hindi lang nababago na angle na illustration ay right angle and straight angle. Ito, pwede pa siyang maging ganyan. Pwede pa siyang sobrang kipit. Okay? Basta wag siyang lumagpas sa right angle. Itong obtuse, pwede pa siyang maging ganito. Ayan. So, okay, yan. Itong part na ito, pwede rin siyang mas mahiga pa. Basta hindi siya straight angle. And of course, yung reflex angle, pwede rin siyang maging ganyan. So, itong part na ito, yung reflex angle niya. O, para nagre-review lang tayo. Now, there are two ways on how to get the measurement of an angle. Napapansin nyo dito, yan. So, for example, ayan. So, point B ito, point A, this is point C. Now, itong blue natin, that is 240 degrees. And pwede rin yung red, that is 120 degrees. Now, mapapansin ninyo, since yung blue natin ay 240 at yung red natin ay 120, ilan yung kabuuan? So, meron tayong 360 degrees. Okay? Sa buong angle natin or full rotation, meron tayong 360 degrees. Ayan. Next term, we have two lines are perpendicular. If they meet, form right angles. Okay. Perpendicular lines. So as you can see, parang pa-letter T siya. So we have AB. AB is perpendicular to CD. Kasi 90 degrees yung kabila, 90 degrees yung kanan. So, kapag nag-form at tayo ng 90 degrees na dalawang linya at ang measurement nila ay right angle, so we have a perpendicular line. Okay, perpendicular bisector. For example, medyo magulo lang dyan sa instruction natin. We have point A and point B. Napansin natin na itong green na ay bakit blue? Itong green na ito ay yung gitna ng point AB. Kung maglalagay tayo ng line dito na point C at point D, ang tawag sa CD ay perpendicular bisector. Kasi itong part na ito at itong part na ito ay magkaparehas and nag-form siya ng 90 degrees. Kaya perpendicular bisector. Okay? That is key. Next term, we have complementary angles. When we say complementary angles, dapat ang sum ng two angles natin ay 90 degrees. Dalawang angle lang po. Okay? So as you can see here, dito, meron tayong 30 at 60. Kapag pinag-plus natin, they are 90. So they are complementary angles. Complementary angles. Now, hindi naman kinakailangang magkatabi sila. For example, here, itong dalawang to. Itong meron tayong 60 at meron tayong 30. Since 60 plus 30 is 90, that they are also a complementary angles. Okay? And find the complement of a 75 angle, 75 degree angle. Ilan ulit ang sum ng complementary angle? 90 degrees. Okay, minus mo lang siya sa 75 degrees. So 90 minus 75 degrees is 15 degrees. So ito yung complement ng 75 degrees. Okay? So 15 degrees is complement to 75 degrees. Solve for x and find the two complementary angles. Ay, medyo malala tayo kasi meron tayong exponent na 2. So we have x square, and bakit x square? Sorry. It should be x square plus x. Sige, baka ko, di ba? Pag finorm natin itong dalawa, since complementary angle sila, sila ay equal sa 90 degrees. So we have x plus x squared. So yan yung dalawang angle natin. Ayusin lang natin. Pwedeng x squared plus x is equal to 90 degrees. Sana natatandaan nyo pa kung paano isolve yung quadratic equation natin kanina. So lahat ng mga numbers ay nasa kaliwa. Mapawalang variable man yan or meron. So meron tayong x squared plus x is equal to, minus 90 is equal to 0. So ang A natin is 1, B is also 1, and C is negative 90. Ito, taas. So we have x is equal to negative, negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Negative b is negative 1 plus minus 1 squared minus 4 times, what is a? 1. C is negative 90 all over 2 times 1. Okay? So we have negative 1 plus minus 1 square is 1, 4 times 90. So we have 180 plus 180. So we have plus 360. Okay? 360 all over 2. Now, 360 negative, negative. Okay? 2 is equal to negative 1 plus minus square root of 1 plus 360 is 361. Okay? All over, wait lang, all over 2. Now, on your calculator, medyo mataas yung Square root of 360. What is square root of, square root of, siyempre, hindi ko na kayang i-manual yan, kaya kumuha ka ng calculator. Square root of 361 is 19. So we have x is equal to -1 plus minus square root, wala nang square root. So we have 19, bakit blue? 19 all over 2. So meron tayong x sub 1 is equal to -1 plus 19 over 2 at x sub 2 is equal to -1 minus 19 over 2. Sa x sub 1 natin, -1 plus 19 is 18 divided by 2 is 9. X sub 2 natin dito ay -1 minus 19, -20 divided by 2, -10. Okay. Since hindi natin alam dyan kung, since wala tayong value or angle measurement na -10, ang kukunin natin ay 9. Okay, ito ang nandito na part, that is 9 degrees. How about yung x square natin? So x square is just 9 square. 9 square is 81 degrees. Bakit ito? 81 degrees. So ibig sabihin lang dyan that angle DAC is equal to 9 degrees while angle CAB is 81 degrees. Okay, don't forget yung quadratic formula natin na -b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. Next, kung meron tayong complementary, meron din tayong supplementary. So ang sum ng dalawang angle natin ay 180. Pag complementary, 90 degrees. Ang supplementary naman natin ay 180 degrees. Find the supplement of an angle 65 degrees. So we have 180 degrees minus 65 degrees is 115 degrees. So 115 degrees is supplement dito sa 65 degrees natin. Yan. Find the value of x of these supplementary angles. So, itong ano muna tayo, 4x minus 20, tapos itong part na ito, plus x. So, since supplementary daw sila, equals siya sa ilang angle? 180 degrees. So, lahat ng may x, since wala siyang square, hindi tayo gagamit yan ng quadratic formula. So, lahat ng x sa kaliwa, lahat ng walang x sa kanan. So, for x, ang nililipat lang natin ay yung -20. So, we have 4x plus x is equal to 180 plus 20. So, ilagay ko lang dito siya sa baba. 4x plus x is 5x is equal to 180 plus 20 is 200. So, paano natin tatanggalin dyan yung 5? Divide both sides by 5. Divide both sides by 5. Cancel, cancel. X now is, we have 40. Okay? So, yan yung sagot natin sa example number 4. Since x lang naman ang hinahanap. Okay? Ayan. Oh my God. Baka mali po kayo. Find x, y, z. Actually, pero meron tayong 80 dyan. Now, mag-focus muna kayo. I-erase ko to Ayan. Mag-focus kayo dito sa part na ito. Anong type of angle ito? We have a straight angle. So, ibig sabihin lang niyan na itong part na ito, ayan, itong part na ito, at itong part na ito ay supplementary angle. Okay? So we have 80 plus x is equal to supplementary. So we have 180 degrees. So lahat ng walang x sa kanan. So we have x is equal to 180 minus 80. Don't forget the degrees. So 180 minus 80 is x is equal to 100 degrees. So this is 100 degrees. Now, mapapag-aralan natin mamaya. Ang tawag dito, bibigyan ko na kayo ng clue kaysa mag-compute tayo na mag-compute. So, ang tawag natin sa X at saka sa Z, so we have angle X and angle Z are alternating, i-discuss ko din to maya-maya lang, alternating angles. When we say alternating angles, magkasalungat sila kapag meron tayong intersecting point. Of course, itong 80 tapos yung Y natin are also intersecting, alternating angles. So, ibig sabihin lang niyan that since 100 degrees yung X, so ang Z natin ay 100 degrees din lang. How about yung Y? Ano sa tingin nyo? Is it 100? No, that is 80. Pangit ng 80 ko. That is 80 degrees. Kasi ito yung alternate ng 80 degrees natin. Kaysa mag-solve kayo ng 180 minus 80, 180 minus 100. So, that is alternating angles. Now, when we say adjacent, ibig sabihin lang ito in Tagalog ay magkatabi. Okay? Magkatabi, yun lang. Walang sinasabi regarding dun sa measurement ng angle natin. Magkatabi lang. Ibig sabihin lang niyan that angle BAC is adjacent or magkatabi to angle CAB. Okay? Yun yung ibig lang sabihin ng adjacent. Yung iba namang instructor, sabi nila adjacent. Okay? Same lang naman yung kanilang definition. Adjacent, magkatabi. For example, in the figure, the measurement of EDG is 80 degrees. Nasaan yung EDG? Itong buong to ay 80 degrees. Yung blue natin ay 80 degrees. The measure of FDG is FDG. Okay, so FDG, itong red ay 3 times the measure of EDF. So kung X to, when we say 3 times, so we have 3X yung FDG. Okay? So yan yung gagamitin natin. Since magkatabi sila, so we have X plus 3x. So itong buong daw to, anong measurement? Meron dun sa given natin, we have 80 degrees. Okay. X plus 3x, we have 4x is equal to 80 degrees. Paano tanggalin yung 4? Divide both sides by 4. 4 cancel, cancel. X is 20 degrees. Okay. Since ang EDF natin, ayan, itong part na ito ay EDF, so the measurement of angle EDF is 20 degrees. When two lines intersect, they form, ayan ang sinasabi ko kaninang alternating angles. Okay? So, wag nyo na, kahit hindi nyo na tignan yung ang dami-dami namang ibig sabihin niyan. Now, itong angle Y bakit angle Y? Angle W and angle Y natin are the same. Magkapareha sila ng measurement. So, they are alternating angles. Ganon din naman yung pababa. So, i-read lang natin. Of course, yung X natin at yung Z natin are alternating angles. Magkapareha sila ng measurement. Okay? So, the non-edges are called vertical angles. I'm sorry, it's not alternating angles. It is vertical angles pala. Vertical angles. Okay? Vertical angles have the same measurement. Okay? W, Y are vertical angles. X and Z are vertical angles. Okay. If the measurement of angle B is 115 degrees, find the measurement of ACD. Ang pinakamadali dyan na isolve ay angle D. Ano yung formula ng angle D? Formula? Answer na kagad. We have 115 degrees. Kasi they are vertical angle. Since tapos na tayo sa B at D, paano natin ngayon kukunin yung value ng A at C? I-minus natin ito ng 180. Okay? Kasi itong part na ito ay straight angle. Okay? 180 degrees minus 115 degrees is equal to 180 minus 115 is 65 degrees. So, ang angle A natin ay 65 degrees. Of course, ang angle C natin ay 65 degrees also. That is vertical because of vertical angles. Okay? And may x square na naman po tayo. Okay? So, gagamit tayo ngayon ng quadratic formula. So, since find x lang naman, so itong part na ito ay parehas because they are vertical angle. So, we have 10x square is equal to 40. Now, lahat, since meron tayong square, square, may exponent tayo ng 2, lahat ng values sa kaliwa. So we have 10x square minus 40 is equal to 0. Ang a natin dito ay 10. Ang b natin dito ay 0. Sir, bakit 0? Kasi mapapansin niyo, nasan yung x natin? Wala. Kasi x squared lang yung meron dito. So ang b natin ay 0. And c natin ay negative 40. Ano ulit ang quadratic formula? Negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So we have x is equal to negative b is negative 0 plus minus 0 square minus 4 times 10 times negative 40 all over 2 times 10. Okay? So negative 0 is just 0. Plus minus 0 square is 0. So we have 4. Medyo maano yan. So we have 4 times 10 times 10 times 40. So meron tayong positive 1,600 all over 20. Ang square root ng 1,600 natin ay 40. So we have is equal to positive negative 40 all over 20. So ang x sub 1 natin ngayon ay positive 40 all over 20 at yung x sub 2 natin ay negative, bakit negative 20? Ay negative 40 all over 20. 40 divided by 20 is 2. Yan yung x sub 1 natin. Ang x sub 2 natin ay negative 40 over 20 is negative 2. Okay? Since tinatanong lang naman ay value ng x, acceptable yung dalawang sagot. We have positive and negative 2 as our final answer sa example number 9. Okay. Now, anong tawag? Now we have transversal line. When we say transversal line, meron tayong parallel lines. Ayan, parallel lines. At nahati, meron tayong line or hinati yung parallel lines natin into 90 degrees. So, ang tawag sa red na ito ay transversal. Transversal line. Okay? Yan. Transversal line T is not perpendicular to the parallel lines. Okay. Mapapansin ninyo that angle A is equal to angle C. Parehas lang siya sa angle Y is equal to angle W. So, itong part na ito. Now, dito naman sa angle B is equal to angle D. And the angle x is equal to angle z. Okay? So yan yung magkakaparehas kapag meron tayong parallel lines and the transversal is not perpendicular. Now we have alternate interior angles. Now when we say alternate interior angles, punta muna kayo sa interior angles. Nasaan yung nasa loob? We have D, C, W, and X. Now, ano dyan yung magkakaparehas? When we say alternate angle, itong D parehas sa X. Kaya, D is equal to measurement of X. That they are alternate interior angle. Do we have W and C? So we have, they are also the same. Bakit kulay blue na naman? Baka sabihin ninyo magkaparehas yung dalawa. So i-read natin. So that they are equal. So they are alternate interior angle. So we have measurement of angle C is equal to measurement of angle W. Another term we have, of course, kung meron tayong interior, meron din tayong exterior. Alternate exterior angle. Of course, ang ang exterior natin ay yung nasa labas. We have AB, Y, and Z. Okay? Anong parehas sa tingin nyo ng A? Is it B, Y, or Z? We have Y. Okay? So, A and Y. Tapos, of course, yung Z natin parehas siya sa B. They are considered as alternate in exterior angle. Next, we have corresponding angles. When we say corresponding angles, okay, so for example, A and W magkaparehas daw. They are corresponding angles. So itong part na ito ay magkaparehas. Napapansin nyo ba yung kanilang pattern? So, kung itong B na ito, ang corresponding angle niya ay of course yung X, yung nasa babang linya. Okay? And since tatlo lang yung kulay ko, so itong Y, parehas siya sa C. Okay? So they are corresponding. Of course, yung Z, equal siya sa D. Okay? They are corresponding angle. Okay. So meron tayong tatlo. Alternate exterior, alternate interior, and corresponding angles. Yung vertical angle kanina, yun yung walang transversal. For example, in the diagram, L1 is parallel to L2 and the measurement of F is 58. Nasaan dyan yung F? Itong part na ito ay 58 degrees. Find the measurement of A, C. Nasaan yung C and D? Nasaan yung D? D. Okay. Now, ano yung kaya nating isolve dyan? Pwede nyong isolve ang angle A, the measurement of angle A. Kasi the measurement of angle A is equal to the measurement of angle F. Anong tawag natin sa angles na yan? See it alternate exterior, alternate interior, or corresponding? We have corresponding angles. Okay, since 58 yung F, 58 degrees din yung A. Next, tapos na tayo sa A. Buray na natin yan. How about yung C naman? The measurement of angle C. Alam natin that the measurement of angle C is equal to the measurement of angle A. Pero bakit? A and C. Bigyan ko kayo ng ilang segundo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They are vertical angles. Vertical angles, hindi sila pwede maging alternate exterior kasi hindi, yung isa nasa labas, yung isa nasa loob. Vertical angle. Of course, this is 58 degrees. And last, dito na tayo mag-solve sa angle D. Since itong A at D natin ay nag-form siya ng straight angle, so we have angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Anong tawag naman natin sa angle na ito? We have supplementary angle. Okay? So, supplementary angle. So, angle A natin ay 58 degrees plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Lahat ng numbers sa kabila. So, we have angle D is equal to 180 degrees minus 58 degrees. So, angle D is equal to 180, 58, 2, this is 7, 2, 1. So we have 120 22 degrees. Okay, that is our answer. We have angle A, angle C, and angle D. Angles of a triangle. We all know that triangle have three lines, three sides. Okay? So dito meron tayong line AB, line BC, and line AC. So ano na yun? Simple lang. Now, napag-aralan nyo rin nung junior high school ninyo na kapag pinag-add natin yung tatlong interior angles natin sa loob, interior nga, is 180 degrees palagi. Sir, supplementary angles ba yan? Hindi sila pwedeng mag-supplementary angles kasi tatlo yung angle natin. Dapat kasi kapag supplementary, dalawa lang. Pero, 180 yung nasa loob ng triangle. So, ayan. So, we have exterior of an angle. Siyempre, dito sa part na ito, i-minus mo lang siya sa 180 dun sa A natin. Mamaya. Two angles of a triangle measure 40, 83. Find that third angle. Ano tayo dyan? Mag-imagine. Okay? This is 40 degrees and this is 80 degrees. Ang tanong, ano itong part na ito? That is called x na lang. So, ang ibig sabihin lang niyan that 40 degrees plus 80 degrees plus x is equal to how many degrees? 180 degrees. Okay? 40 plus 80 is 120. So, x is equal to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. Okay? So, x now is 60 degrees. So, yung third angle natin is actually 60 degrees. Example number 11. If C is 40 degrees and E is 60 degrees, find angle D. Since walang angle D, baka itong part na ito. Okay? Yan yung hahanapin natin. Itong kulay blue. Okay. Now, anong tawag ninyo sa dalawang angle na to? Angle A and angle E. We have we have vertical angle. Okay, vertical angle. Since 16 sa labas, 60 rin sa loob. Okay, they are vertical angle. Okay, we have 40 plus 60 plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, 40 plus 60 is 100. Okay? So 100 degrees plus angle B is equal to 180. Lahat ng walang variable sa kanan. So angle B is equal to 180 degrees minus 100 degrees. So angle B is 100 degrees. Kaso hindi yan yung tanong. Ang tanong ay yung angle D. Napapansin ninyo na straight angle yung B at D natin. Okay? So, angle B plus angle D, anong formation nila? 180 degrees. Okay? So, angle B plus angle D. So, angle B is 100 degrees. Wait lang. 100, sorry, it's not 100 degrees. It's, pati ako nalilito na, 80 degrees. This is 80 degrees plus angle D is equal to 180. So we have angle D is equal to 180 degrees minus 80 degrees. So angle D is 100 degrees. So yan yung final answer natin since yan yung hinahanap sa example number 11. Okay, that is our last example for this video. Okay, so let me see kung may natutunan ba kayo by answering these multiple choice items. So I will give you, sabihin na natin 5 seconds to answer, then i-check nyo na lang kung tama yung sagot ninyo o hindi. Okay, so please sabihin na natin, prepare a blank paper and write your answer. Okay. Which of the following statement is true? A line has 2 points, two endpoints. A line segment is extend infinitely in one direction. A ray has two endpoints. A line segment has definite length. Bibigyan ko kayo ng 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is D. Okay? So, bakit D? Now, tingnan muna natin yung kung tama ba yung A, B, at C. Kung bakit nga ba sila false. A line has two endpoints. May dalawang endpoint. Di ba ang line natin, ganyan? Endpoint ba yan? That is A. Endpoint ba yan? Wala. So, it should be no endpoints. Now, a line segment extends infinitely in one direction. Now, sinabing infinitely, ganyan yung sinasabi ng B. Line segment ba yan? Hindi. Kasi ito ay ray. Okay? Sa C naman, sinabi dito, a ray has two endpoints. So, when we say ray, parang sa bilang, so how many endpoint? One endpoint. Of course, yung D natin ay yung tama. A line segment has definite length. When we say definite, may hangganan yung haba ng isang linya. And that is our correct answer. Number 2, find AB if B is the midpoint of AC. I will give you can post this video, then balikan nyo na lang kapag may sagot na kayo. I will show the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Check your answer. So we have X midpoint. X squared minus 10 is equal to 3x. So meron tayong x squared minus 3x. Bibilisan ko na lang dito. Minus 10 is equal to 0. A is equal to 1, B is equal to negative 3, and C is equal to negative 10. So x is equal to negative times negative 3 plus minus square root of negative 3 square minus 4 times 1 times negative 10 all over 2 times 1. So negative times negative 3 is 3 plus minus 9 square positive 40, about 9 square. 9 na lang all over 2. So meron tayong 3 plus minus square root of 49 all over 2. So we have 3 plus minus 7 all over 2. So we have 3 plus 7 all over 2 at meron din tayong 3 minus 7 over 2. So 3 plus 7 is 10 over 2 is 5. 3 minus 7 is 3 minus 7. Negative 4 over 2 is negative 2. Ang tinatanong, find A, B. Okay? Tingnan natin kung saan dyan ang pwede. X is equal to 5. So 5 square is equal to 10 minus 10, I should say. Minus 10. So we have 25 minus 10 is 15. How about x is equal to negative 2? So negative 2 square is equal to minus 10. So 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Since negative is not an acceptable answer, so 15 ang sagot natin. The correct answer is A. Okay? Find x if AC bisects BAD. Bisects. So, parehas yung angle natin. So, 70. Of course, x din lang ay 70. That is C. Okay? Which of the following is an acute angle? I will give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is A. Okay? 5. So, find x. I will give you 5 seconds. You can post this video. Kinakailangan nyo ng mas mabang time. I will show the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, ano napapansin nyo sa figure natin? Nag-form siya ng right angle. Okay? Or, meron tayong complementary angles. Okay? So, we have 5x plus x is equal to, kapag complementary, we have 90 degrees. So 6x is equal to 90 degrees. Divided by 6, x now is 15 degrees. So we have A pa rin. And I think this is the last item. So what is the sum of the interior angles of any triangle? What do you think is the answer? That is B. Okay? So, tingnan ko nga yung mga scores ninyo sa comment section. Paki-comment naman. I hope dapat nakuha man lang kayo kahit man lang 3. Okay? At least 3. Kapag nakuha kayo ng 6, very good. Kapag 5, okay na yon. 4, okay pa rin yon. 3, okay pa rin yun. Pero kapag nakuha kayo ng 2, 1, 0, please paki-review yung mga concepts natin in Euclidean geometry. That's all, and thank you for listening.